Hello, I'm Yoko, and today we're making more Animal Crossing Gajinkas. Today I'm drawing the ducks. Part 1. I've decided that species that have more than 10 villages in it, I'll be splitting them into parts, as I want to get these videos out in timely manners, and I also want to avoid a future hour-long video where I draw the, furry cats. Also, if you're new here, I have a playlist of these videos, and a quick summary of this series is I've mathematically figured out my favorite villager species and my least favorite villager species, and I'll be drawing them from least favorite to favorite to avoid losing motivation. Within a species, I am also drawing them from least favorite to most favorite. So this video will be my lesser-liked ducks, but I still like the drawings I've made, and I hope you do too. And with that said, let's start, because this was a long intro. First up in my least favorite duck is Joey, who I gave a score of 1. I also like to say extra info that's provided about each villager, even if it's just flavor text sometimes, so let's learn about the villagers. Let's learn about Joey. He's a lazy duck whose picture quote is, I swear I can talk. Don't get your feathers all ruffled, just chill. His catchphrase is, black. His skill is blowing bubbles, and he wants to be a sumo wrestler. Which leads to why I'm not a fan of him. I know he's supposed to be wearing something sumo wrestlers wear and blah blah blah, but every time I see him, he looks like he's wearing either underwear or a diaper, and I'm not a fan. In my opinion, he would be way cuter as a toddler small child, so that's what I did. There's really not too much to say about him. He was a simple start. I gave him Crocs because why not? And I gotta say, with the big eyebrows and the blonde hair I gave him, he's kind of reminding me of a baby England from Italia. Didn't notice that while I'm drawing, but anyway, here's Joey. I think he turned out pretty cute, even if I don't like the villager. I'm not gonna be mean with any designs, even if I don't like the character, so yeah, I hope you guys like him. Next up is Gloria, who I gave a score of 1 as well. She's also the start of what I call the snooty ducks with too much makeup. She is, before mentioned, a snooty duck whose picture quote is, time is money, and her catchphrase is, quacker, which feels like she's saying something else. Her skill is board games, and her goal is to be a stylist. I'm not usually a fan of animals that have really heavy makeup in these games, and that's easily fixed when I draw them as humans. It's just something when they're animals, it looks weird. Also, I did most of the scoring based on looks and anything I already knew, and in research I found that she has it in her head that she's actually a swan, and I think that's kind of funny, and might have moved her up a little bit if I knew that beforehand. Design-wise, I wanted to give her a vibe of fancy, like she works in high places. I'm also very appreciative that this is one of the few ducks with a non-yellow or orange bill and feet. I think the pink looks very nice. I gave her some heels with fancy connecting bits that don't make sense because I know nothing about shoes, but it's fine. I also tried giving her gloves and then ended up making them on her entire arm, fading from purple to white, but it's similar to her skin tone since I made her so pale. So overall, I think that failed a bit, but oh well. Her color scheme reminds me of Rarity from My Little Pony. There's a few villagers that have this, but I don't know, I'm just not a fan of it on a duck. But I am a fan of this drawing. Here's Gloria. I hope I did her justice, and if you like her, I think she's really pretty, and we're gonna move on. Next up is Miranda, who is our last score of 1, and the second duck with too much makeup. She is snooty, and the picture quote is, if the world is flooded, it will be easy for the duck. Her catchphrase is quackulous, with the second play on the word quack. Be prepared for a million more. Her skill is subsistence. I don't know if I'm saying that right, living, and she wants to be a model. I'm gonna be honest, I almost forgot to draw her and didn't actually research her until after because I was running a little behind on my schedule. But I gotta say, with her fancy house and makeup, I'm gonna go ahead and say she used to be super poor, but has since become a famous model with a lot of money, which is why she's good at subsistence living. Design-wise, I gave her the dress she wears already and added a sort of loose pink robe on her, with white tips on the sleeves to emulate her wings. I also gave her shiny yellow shoes and cried as I realized this constant yellow or orange is like the cows and their yellow horns that I could never get rid of, and I need to deal with this for pretty much all the ducks. I gave her earrings and blush to resemble the spots on her cheeks, and gave her skin a sort of pinkish tint, in my opinion. I don't know. And yeah, here's Miranda. Hope you guys like her. We still got a lot of ducks to get through, so we're moving on. Next up is Male. And I don't know if I said that right. I gave her a score of 2, and she's the third snooty duck with too much makeup, but she's not that bad compared to the others in the makeup department. Her picture quote is, "A wise duck takes care of its bill," and her catchphrase is, "Duckling." Her skill is stomping around, which makes me think she's a bit of a Karen, and her goal is to be a makeup artist. And I'm drawing these based on their New Horizons looks, but in her initial debut, I guess, she had a flower in her hair, so I added that because it's really cute. Design-wise, I kept her simple, keeping her green eyeshadow and red sweater, and added yellow pants and simple orange boots. Honestly, there's not too much to say, but I think I remember this is the duck that John gave a smoker voice back when he was on Game Grumps, so there's that. But yeah, not much to say. Here's Male. Still don't know if I'm saying that right. I think I said it different the 3 times I said it. I think I captured her vibe, and I'm happy with it. But yeah, next duck, which is Mallory, the last, I think, snooty duck with too much makeup. I also gave her a score of 2. Her picture quote is, "Purple is the color of royalty," and her catchphrase is, "Horrible," especially since I can't say TH, but it's quack, quack, quack with PTH at the end. You try saying that. Her skill is debating, and she wants to be an esthetician? Another word I struggle to say, but I think it's a skin specialist. Design-wise, I really like what I did for her, and I think she's my favorite of this batch. I gave her shaved hair with a bigger patch of, with some bangs to emulate Mallory's actual hair. Which, side note, why do almost all of these ducks have hair? It looks weird on the model. And I added purple earrings. I kept her striped shirt and made it form-fitting. And I added purple pants to make more purple in the design. I kind of default to just giving them whatever color their body is as pants. I know, I'm a sham. I gave her a darker skin tone because I wanted to make sure her makeup popped, and I love the end result. She gives me a weird mix of casual and professional boss girl. It's hard to explain, but hopefully you guys get the vibe. Also, girl got a downgrade from New Leaf to New Horizons with her house. It used to be fancy, and now it's just like a park. They robbed her. But yeah, here's Mallory. I love her, so I hope you guys do too. You can probably tell I like her considering she's on the thumbnail. Next up is Derwin, who I also gave a score of 2. He's a nerd, and it's cute, but I wouldn't want him in my town. He's a lazy duck with the picture quote, "Everything in moderation except for snacks." His catchphrase is "Durr," and his skill is brain teasers, and his goal is to be a doctor. So yeah, he's a nerd, I kind of love it, but I wish his model was a little bit cuter. I don't know, it's just something about it, I don't really like it. Decided to draw him younger and give him messy ginger hair and freckles. I kept his striped tank top and gave him bulky blue shorts. His color scheme in general kind of screams younger to me, and he gives me vibes of Monty from the game Kindergarten. I think that was his name, if any of you are familiar with that. And I don't think Derwin is actually smart, as it's kind of implied he's kind of dumb. And with extra text, it says that he's not the smartest duck in the pond. They even used the joke of someone telling him to duck, and he responded with yes, resulted with him taking a soccer ball to the head and needing glasses. Like, poor Derwin. But also, I live for extra details like this. I love reading stuff like that. Anyway, here's Derwin. I love him. He's a dork. Hope you guys like him. Next up is Pate, which seems like it should be said as Pate with how it's spelled, but Animal Crossing never uses accent marks, so apparently it's Pate, which, by the way, is food made from duck liver. Animal Crossing, back at it again with the dark humor. Maybe she's friends with Patty. Anyway, I gave her a score of 2. I want to like these ducks as they are in game, but I just can't. And I can't quite explain it. Pate is a peppy duck with the picture quote, "A duck won't bite," which I beg to differ, they definitely will. Her catchphrase is quackle. Her skill is pretending to sleep, and her goal is to be an archaeologist. Her extra text actually says that her frowny face is misleading, and she's actually just concerned that everyone else is happy, which I think is super cute. So I kept that look in my drawing and gave her the outfit that she's already wearing as a shirt. I actually don't know if that's a shirt or a dress in the game, but it's a shirt now. To add more blue, I gave her shorts and socks that are the same color, and her shirt being yellow also made her yellow shoes tie in a bit more so it's not clashing as much as the other ducks. I kept her hair brown on top, but made it fade into pink since Pate has such big pink cheeks, and I wanted to do something more unique than just making her entire face a pink blush. And she kind of reminds me of a friend of mine. Those of you that know might know. I don't know. But yeah, here's Pate. Hope you guys like her. Next up is the last duck in this first part, which is Dina, who I gave a score of 3. We're ending on the first 3 in the thing. Dina's pretty cute. Pretty average overall. She's a normal duck, fitting with how I just said she's average, with the picture quote, "Duck, duck, goose." There's a bunch of little ellipses in between each word. It's cute. The catchphrase is also woo-woo. Also cute. Her skill is blowing bubbles, and she wants to be an illustrator. So we got an art gal here, everyone. And her house looks like a little music room, so that's cute. So I wanted to keep her younger looking. Dina's actually wearing one of my favorite outfits in the game. I have this saved on my wand in-game. I love this overall dress with, like, cute striped shirt underneath it. It's just really adorable. I love this outfit. I'm wearing it in-game a lot, along with, like, a big bow on top. I gave her green leggings and yellow boots. I imagine she likes cute dresses, but she also is more tomboyish in activities that she likes, like exploring through the forest and maybe splashing in puddles. I also gave her a short, choppy haircut, and I thought it was cute. I was kind of trying to go for a similar vibe to Sahara from A Silent Voice, in a way. I'll also let Dina keep her cute, like, blush that she has. And I love this little art kit I made. Dina's adorable. I hope you guys like her. Like I said, this is part 1 of the ducks, so I'll try to get part 2 out soonish. But I've only drawn 2 of them so far, so give me some time. If your favorite duck hasn't shown up, then they'll be in part 2, which should be a good sign considering those are the ducks I like more. And if your favorite duck was in this video, sorry that they ended up in the lower half of my rankings. Hope I did justice with their design. I'd love to hear what you guys' favorite drawing was in the comments. And with that said, thank you for watching. I'd appreciate if you could like, subscribe, maybe tell a friend. And if you like my art, my Instagram is linked below. And if you want to support me, you can commission me there. I also currently have a Draw This in Your Style going on for 400 followers on Instagram. It's also very self-indulgent because it's just my persona, and there's a cupcake because my birthday is at the end of this month. Okay, enough self-promo. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week. Peace.